Sometimes, the most comfortable place can quietly become the most dangerous one. This is a story about an island where vultures had everything they wanted, yet lost the one thing they truly needed. A group of vultures once flew across a vast ocean and discovered a stunning island below. The land was peaceful, green, and overflowing with food. Fish swam near the shore, frogs jumped freely, and small sea creatures were everywhere. Most importantly, there were no enemies, no threats, no fear. One young vulture looked around in amazement and said, "This is paradise. No chasing prey, no long flights, no danger, just food and rest. Why would we ever leave?" The others agreed immediately. They decided to stay. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Slowly, the vultures stopped flying. There was no reason to. Food was always nearby. Their wings, once strong and powerful, began to weaken. Their sharp claws grew soft and dull. Life became slow, lazy, and extremely comfortable. But among them was one old vulture who remained silent. He had lived in the real world. He had faced storms, hunger, and danger, and he could see what the others could not. One day, he gathered the flock and spoke seriously. "This island is making us weak," he said. "We must return to the jungle. That is where we belong. That is where we stay strong. If danger ever reaches this island, none of you will be able to escape." The younger vultures laughed. "You're afraid because you're old," they said. "Nothing bad can happen here. Why go back to struggle when life is so easy?" The old vulture tried again. "Your wings no longer remember the sky. Your claws are no longer sharp. When the real test arrives, how will you survive?" But no one listened. With a heavy heart, the old vulture spread his wings and flew away alone. Months passed. One day, a ship arrived at the island. Humans stepped onto the shore and released leopards onto the land. At first, the leopards rested quietly, but soon they noticed something strange. These vultures couldn't fly. What followed was pure horror. One by one, the vultures were hunted. They tried to escape but failed. They tried to fight but had no strength. Their comfort had taken everything from them. After several months, the old vulture returned. What he saw shattered him. The island was silent. Bodies of vultures lay everywhere. The green land was filled with death. Among the ruins, he found one young vulture, badly wounded and barely breathing. "What happened?" the old vulture asked softly. With weak breath, the young vulture replied, "You were right. We forgot how to fly. We forgot how to fight. When danger came, we were helpless. I wish we had listened." The old vulture sat beside him in silence. There was nothing left to say. The sky above remained blue and endless, but the wings that once ruled, it would never rise again. This story reminds us that comfort can become a quiet prison. When we avoid struggle for too long, we slowly lose our strength, skills, and courage. Challenges keep us sharp. Discomfort keeps us alive. The moment we choose only ease and safety, we begin drifting away from the true nature of life. And when trouble appears suddenly, we find ourselves unprepared, unable to fight, unable to fly. That's why it's important to challenge ourselves regularly, to step outside comfort, to stay strong from within, no matter what life brings. If this story made you pause and think, ask yourself, are we living too comfortably without realizing the cost? If it touched you, like it, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Because stories are not just spoken, they are felt.